I'm serious. And that's why she's like rooting on the other dildo, because she's trying to teach her how to transform.
Did you just say dildo?
I think I just called it a dildo. Ditto.
How do I open? We'll do that. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Kill A Delibird. It's the Pokemon Rewatch podcast where we talk about Pokemon, we talk about Pokemon, and we talk about Pokemon, and that's pretty much all we do. We also talk a little bit about other pieces of media, but I don't know anything about those. I am Kellan, as per usual, and I am once again joined by my co-host. It's Graham. Graham, how you doing?
I'm doing great, and I want to give a disclaimer about all that Pokemon talk. Is if for listeners that were intimidated, do not worry. I am your lifed raft through this sea of Pokemon nonsense, as I do not know that much about Pokemon. I know enough of it to be able to discuss it, but I will be attempting to bring us back into not reality, but let's say non-Pokemon non-realities, where we can have fun with the abstract, the weird, the comedic, the joyful, whatever hits us.
Words.
To Kill A Delibird is for everyone.
I guess technically it is, because, you know, we've heard that my sister's listening, and she doesn't know shit about Pokemon.
Shout out to Kellan's sister, who doesn't know shit about Pokemon.
I really don't understand that.
Well, that's good. That's good. That is the goal.
It's a testament to the fact that
if you're having fun without it, we will describe the Pokemon. We will pull you in. And you know how freaking bizarre this anime is, as a lot of anime is, but there is so much Saturday morning cartoon nonsense in here that is shrugged off as somehow literal or somehow coherent, and it is just bizarre. We're coming off of the heels of the Safari Zone episodes, which we reviewed in last week.
Ooh.
And let me tell you, they had some of the weirdest nonsense I have ever experienced watching a cartoon.
It's something else.
It is something.
It is something else. I think that was especially the Kangaskhan episode.
Oh yeah,
the
Kangaskhan kid.
Our recap of that was peak. It was beautiful.
Yeah, we peaked last episode, folks. If you want to hear the peak of To Kill A Delibird, last episode. This one will be still good though, just not quite as good, but it'll be good.
Hopefully. Technically, we haven't, actually done the episode yet, so we can't objectively.
Well, I have the Pokemon ability Foresight.
Oh, that's not an ability. That's a move.
Oh, shit. What's the difference again? Oh, yeah. Abilities are passive and moves are active, right?
Yep.
What does Foresight do? Did I use it correctly?
If a Pokemon uses Foresight on the opposing Pokemon, the next attack will land no matter what.
Oh, sick. So I used it incorrectly, but the fact that I can use Foresight means that my next round of jokes will totally land, right?
And I believe that Foresight also will allow a normal or fighting type to hit a ghost, I think.
Well, if only we could all hit ghosts.
It removes ghost immunity, but no other immunities.
You heard it, ghosts. I can hit you now. Better run. No, JK. I respect the ghosts.
Let me know how that goes.
Terrified of ghosts.
All right. Well, what are we doing today?
Well, we're leaving the ghost talk behind, and we're going to the opposite of ghosts. Bikes. Y'all know about bikes?
The opposite?
Yeah, that's actually the opposite of bikes.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, just like, what's the opposite of a vampire? A moped. Duh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
that
not
makes
following?
a lot of sense.
So,
yeah, for sure.
The episodes we're going to review is episode 36 and episode 37. I do not remember the names. Do you?
The Bridge Bike Gang and Ditto's Mysterious Mansion.
I knew you would get them. Let's dive into bikes. Our first episode is going to be all biking themed. You know, this glorious Pokemon nonsense where when you roll up to a town, the town just has this ridiculously fine-tuned theme. And today's episode is all about bikes. And, being in Japan, That is not that far off. I'm not in Japan now. I have visited Japan, though, and they, especially in Tokyo, like neighborhoods can be really specific, right? A neighborhood that's all about used books, a neighborhood that's all about fashion, etc. So, you know, a Pokemon episode that's all about bikes, like I'm here for it. And so I started doing some research into bikes and what other kind of bike podcasts there are. Are you ready for it?
I'm always ready.
Okay, so we got one called 2 Wheels, 1 Seat, 0 Fucks. That's a no nonsense podcast. Tells it like it is. No idea who does that one.
I thought you were going for a 2 Girls, 1 Cup reference, and I was going to be like, oh, God. Graham.
2 Wheels, 1 Cup? You won't believe what the bikes do in this video. Let's just say there's WD-40 all over the place.
Hey-oh.
Oh. Okay, I got a good one that you can listen to while you're doing the activity by Icicle, tips for riding in a snowstorm. So have it in when you're snowing. I know people who bike in snowstorms, actually, so that's not that far off.
Yeah, they're crazy.
They are crazy.
They're crazy.
Okay, Double Lanced is the name of a podcast. Did you know that biking superstar Lance Armstrong and Lance from the Pokemon series have a bike podcast?
Do they? Wow,
yeah, they
impressive.
discuss everything from Dragonites to biking championships to how to look good in a cape.
To Dragonites on bikes.
Dragonites on bikes, bikes on Dragonites.
Yeah.
You know, speaking of Dragonites on bikes, this next podcast called Mounted Mountain Biking, How-To Guide for Riding a Horse that is Riding a Mountain Bike. Teach your horse how to ride a bike, get on the horse.
That I want to
Skyrim
see.
Mountains, you ain't got nothing.
That I want to see. That sounds like a recipe for putting down a horse. But okay.
Oh, God, so sad.
Yeah.
Well, it's coming in Elder Scrolls 6. The horses can ride bikes now.
Are you serious?
How would I be serious?
I don't know anything about.
Are there even bikes in Skyrim?
That
I don't think
sounded like it could totally be a thing.
For some reason, they never have bikes in medieval games. But bikes are pretty old, aren't they?
They can't be older than like a horse-drawn carriage.
That's true.
You got the whole like chain gizmo going on.
Well, there's carriages in Skyrim.
Well, yeah, but that's just a horse pulling it on wheels.
Oh, yeah. You're saying that first. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
well,
the bike has the whole chain thing going on, so that would be
podcast,
more of a modern thing.
The last fake podcast. I feel like I have to say these are fake now, because apparently some of our listeners didn't know.
No, that's... I'm sorry, but if you can't tell that How to Be a Master Baster is a joke, that's on you. That is your problem.
Yeah, I might have to make that podcast.
Yeah.
Just a turkey basting podcast.
That'll be the spin-off you do when I have to take a month off at some point.
Well, it's relevant pointing out that it's fake, because this next fake podcast is about a fake movie, okay? A fake podcast celebrating a movie that doesn't exist called 10 Cloverfield Bike Lane. So, found footage movie where monsters ride bikes, where the bikes are the monsters, where they're sucking up people with bikes. I don't know. Some combination.
Something about bikes and monsters. And bikes. Who knows?
Yeah, where the bikes are monsters. I think that's got potential.
Mm-hmm.
Like they got teeth, they're biting people. You're like, get rid of this bike.
That's the amount of alarm they have. Bikes are about to eat them. And there's like,
get rid of this bike. Yeah, exactly. Well, you could hear the newscasts would be the really fun thing. It's like warning people to go put down their tricycles. And I don't mean set them down. I mean put them down.
Give them a lethal dose of something.
Yeah.
Or wouldn't you be able to just take off the wheels? Wouldn't that work?
Well, it depends at what point they've turned.
That's like the equivalent of breaking a horse's legs, isn't it?
You know, you got something against horses this podcast.
I don't really like horses.
Oh, but you don't want to hurt them. No, you're nice. You're gentle. Come on.
No animals were harmed in the making of this podcast.
A horse is like an organic bicycle. How cool is that?
Bikes evolved into horses. Oh.
Checkmate, atheists. I think I've said checkmate atheists before on this podcast.
Yeah, this is not the first time.
Danny DeVito. These are all my returning phrases. Well, I guess Danny DeVito's not a phrase; it's a name.
Yeah, no, he's an actual person. Graham, come on.
I think he's a Pokemon.
We don't want to offend Danny DeVito. That's the only person. I
choose you, Danny DeVito.
We need to be careful of because we don't want to hurt him. He's a treasure and must be protected at all costs.
Yeah, and he's gotta stay in acting long enough to play Meowth.
Yeah.
He's the perfect Meowth.
He really is.
So, you want to get us into the episodes? Is it that
let's
time?
Actually do what we're gonna do today.
Well, we went from killer bikes to killer episodes about bikes.
So, we'll jump into episode 36, the Bridge Bike Gang. So we catch up with the gang. They're back in the city. I don't believe we know the name of wherever city it is, but they want food, and they want food bad.
Yeah, I don't think we found out the name. It looks weirdly like Porta Vista from a previous episode. It's not, but it's like, okay, cool design. Been here.
They just did a big fucking circle.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past them. They're always getting lost.
It'd be a great episode, like 4 episodes from now, they just end up back in Pallet somehow.
Well, spoilers, you could, right?
Yeah, I mean,
from Cinnabar?
From Cinnabar, but that's not 4 episodes from now.
Oh, no. 40. I don't know.
Something like that. It's closer to 40, I think.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's
well,
a long
that's
stretch.
Good. Just lots of good material for us. Yeah. And I enjoy the filler episodes because they dig so deep into nonsense territory. And that's what I'm here for. Nonsense, sense. We need both of those in equilibrium to have a beautiful life.
I just remember as a child watching Pokemon as it was airing, not the original series, but like Diamond and Pearl and stuff. And I get so bored during the filler episodes because I just wanted to see Ash have a cool gym battle or see a Pokemon evolve or something. That's all I cared about when I was
as a kid.
Child.
The filler episodes suck. You are right. In all kinds of anime, like Dragon Ball Z, Naruto is like that as well. You're like, okay, like I'm here to see Goku and Frieza fight, but now I have to watch him and Piccolo try to get driver's licenses. Like what? And now I think that episode is a goat. That's an actual episode.
So Misty wants a hot dog, Brock wants a deep dish pizza, and now I really want a Costco hot dog.
Oh, yeah. Polish wiener.
Oh, no, the beef.
Oh, you get the beef.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
so
beef's
juicy.
good.
It's fucking juicy as shit.
He likes his wieners juicy, folks.
I do.
This is a jelly donut moment, too, although kind of a simple one.
Yeah,
like, it's not egregious at all.
It's not like they're holding sushi and being like, this is a hot dog.
Yeah. No, apparently it's Korean Ochazuke, which is interesting because that is what Team Rocket is eating in the Diglett episode.
So there's this big-ass bridge, and if it's finished, Brock says it'll take them straight to Sunny City.
Oh, good old Sunny City.
Which doesn't exist in the games, but okay.
We're in San Francisco, right?
Yeah, I think so. This is the Golden Gate.
The gang has reached the Bay Area.
Yeah. No fog though, so it's quite unrealistic.
Someone is trying to pitch them on their tech startup, though.
Yeah.
I got a great new idea.
So the bridge isn't completely finished, and it's only for cars, the guy says at the bridge. And apparently it's over 10 miles long. It would take them a whole day to walk that.
Does it take a whole day to walk 10 miles?
I was going to say, I don't know how long a mile
miles
is.
Well, that would be long.
That's probably long.
Well, I think a person walks at about 6 kilometers an hour.
And a mile is longer than a kilometer.
Yeah, it's 1.69 kilometers.
Nice.
Actually, so you could do 10 miles in half a day if you're a good walker. I don't know. Not a long distance.
But they could cross the bridge with bikes if they had bikes. Other people are crossing.
So that's
because
really
the bike
the
path
key.
Is finished. Yeah. And
that's the other thing is that there just aren't. They don't let people just walk either. It seems
apparently not.
Yeah.
But
if only they had a bike.
If only they had a bike. I wonder.
Yeah. Who used to have a bike?
I think Misty used to have a bike.
Yeah. Until Ash just went and wrecked it. So we do get that kind of throwback again.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, it is. But that was the antagonizing incident that had Misty join them join Ash in the first place.
And they can't afford a bike. I don't remember if they noted how much they cost, but in the game, it's like $1 million polka dollars.
And polka dollars like yen.
It's yen, yeah.
Basically. So that'd be 10 grand.
That's
American.
That must be a good ass bike.
That is an absurdly expensive bike. Yeah. I mean, I know bikes get absurdly expensive, but like, can't you just buy like a cheap one off of Kijiji or Craigslist or whatever?
Thank God for the Pokemon fan club guy in the game that just gives you a coupon for a free bike.
Yeah. Free bike coupon. That is very nice.
I could use that. That'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
So they're trying to think of a plan. They're in the Pokemon Center. Joy needs help with
that Poke
something.
Center looks like a trailer. Looks like a trailer park trailer. I really like that the Poke Centers in different cities look different in the show. Nice touch. Adds some
nice
flavor.
Little touch.
Yeah.
It's not like that in any of the games, which is unfortunate.
No, and they could have done that in the show too, but it is kind of neat seeing these, like the Poke Center in the mountains. And I think I harped on that when we first saw it, being like, that's how what a Poke Center looks like. But I actually like it now that you're like, okay, different towns would have
a Pokemon Center can be anything, Graham.
A Poke Center is what you put your mind to.
The real Pokemon Center is the friends we made along the way.
Well, that is for sure. So what are our friends up to?
They're trying to figure out a plan to get across. Joy needs help. Brock gets all horned up, as per usual.
Yeah, he says this is the hottest Joy.
This Joy is the city, or the cousin of the Joy from Gringy City. Much prettier. And she's worried about a sick Pokemon over in Sunnytown. Needs someone to deliver medicine because she's too busy to do it herself. You would think the Pokemon Center would just employ like a delivery driver to do this kind of thing.
Yeah, hotshot driver. I was thinking about that too. Like, if there's any sort of recurrence to this sort of thing, you would have the supply chain in place to be able to do that. So the only explanation is that this is like a one-off sort of thing. Like, probably they both Poke Centers rely on some kind of centralized, dispatching for their medicine, some sort of supply chain. And then this medicine would be unique. So this is outside of the normal medicine. Maybe it's experimental. That's what I'm thinking. This is something that this Joy brewed up in her garage. It is not FDA approved. It is an experimental drug.
So you're telling me
I'm telling
Nurse Joy
Nurse Joy
entrusting an experimental drug
Yep.
to a group of 10-year-olds.
Well, why not? She's doing it off the book anyways. This is Walter White shit.
I don't think so, because the other Joy knows about it.
Well, she's in on it. It's off the books, man.
It's off the bike chain.
The
right?
Indigo, the Indigo League books. Like the Elite Four. We think they're the centralized government.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of Walter White, I started watching Breaking Bad for the first time the other day.
Oh, good show. We might have to check back in on that at some point. How far are you?
Like 4 episodes.
Okay. Yeah, it takes a bit to brew up, but it definitely gets there. Yeah,
I'm excited for the science, bitch.
It's top tier TV. It's one of the best TV shows as a whole.
I've heard. I don't know why it's taking me so long to get to.
Well, it's taking us a long time to get back to the plot.
Pokemon! Pokemon and Breaking Bad. That's what you come here for, baby.
Breaking Pokemon.
So Joy gives them some bikes. The Pokemon Center has bikes they can borrow to get across the bridge. They didn't seem very interested in helping the Pokemon until Joy was like, yeah, I'll give you bikes to get across. And they were like, oh, okay, sure.
Yeah, they were more focused on their own tribulations,
Which is odd, because Ash is usually very bullheaded when it comes to helping Pokemon.
True.
Okay, so we go to the gang riding down the bridge on bikes, and we get the cycling road theme. Oh my god.
Yeah, from the games, right?
From the game. Oh, I loved it. It's just it's a really cute callback. And I love
the bikes look good too. Ash is on a solo one. Misty and Brock are sharing a tandem bike.
Okay, here's a missed opportunity. They needed to both be tandem bikes, and Pikachu would be on the back of Ash's.
How would Pikachu's legs reach the pedals?
He wouldn't. It would be so cute.
Oh, that would be the gag?
Yeah.
Yeah, Pikachu is the type that would just like pretend he's biking and Ash would do all the work.
It'd be so cute. So meanwhile, Team Rocket are sailing in like a little dinghy, I think.
Yeah, under the bridge.
James says they have a hometown advantage here.
Ooh.
What's that about?
Yeah, and they use strange, sort of ambiguous language here. They're saying that this place is almost their hometown. So this isn't the show isn't committing that this is where they're born, but it is saying that this is where they like spent their teenage years or something.
Yeah, we'll have to see when we get to future episodes, but there may be some contradiction going on.
That's what I've heard. It's a word on the street that this show sometimes contradicts itself.
So in the next shot, we see Ash and Brock and Misty standing around drinking some drinks. Did you catch what this was a reference to?
No, what is it?
One of them is drinking a fresh water, one of them is drinking a soda pop, and one of them is drinking a lemonade, which are the 3 drinks you get from vending machines.
Oh, so in game, if you go up to a vending machine, those are the 3 drinks you can purchase from it. Cool.
Yep.
And those are healing items in the game?
Yep.
Oh, very nice. Well, that's a cool nod.
I liked it. This was a good episode for me being like, oh my god.
For Easter eggs?
Yeah. For me being that Leo meme where he's pointing at the TV.
They did the thing.
Oh, there's a thing. They did the thing. It's just like the game.
Is there a giant bicycle gang in the game? Well,
actually,
that's what happens next.
There's a gang of hooligans on bikes come riding in. And
coming at them.
On Cycling Road, there are a big group of cyclist trainers up at the top and all across Cycling Road. So that's probably what this is a reference to.
This is an actual gang coming at them. It's a bicycle gang, says
It's the
Brock.
Hells Angels.
Yeah, but it's like, but all on bicycles.
It's mini Hells Angels.
No, totally. It reminds me of this long-running gag in One Punch Man. There's a character called Lumen Rider or Moomin Rider sometimes. I don't know, the translation's iffy. It's a play, though, because the word that they're calling him, lumen, I guess in Japanese means like without a license or something like that. And it's a play on the superhero in Japan, Kamen Rider, who rides a motorcycle. So it's like the bicycle version of Kamen Rider. And he's like a really weak hero who has a lot of heart, who's always trying his best and rolls in with a bicycle. The bicycle version of a motorcycle.
The leader of this bike gang is this kid with really tall, fiery hair. And he rides in on a Zapdos bike, which is pretty sick.
Really tall hair, like
very tall.
Benny Maru from King of Fighters.
Like a chef's hat.
Like a chef's hat of red hair.
Yeah.
And he's got this bizarre accent, too. No one else in the gang has an accent. I think they're going for, like, an East Coast U.S. accent. I don't know, though. He sounds like Jimmy Stewart or something, though. Yeah. So, what do you guys got going on here? I guess that's my Jimmy Stewart. I don't know.
I always try to remember the accents, but I can never remember them when we're recording. Ever.
Oh, it is really annoying. Wild accent.
It's really annoying. Because if I can't remember them, I can't imitate them. And it's pissing me off. But whatever.
You could try. You could invent a new accent for this character.
Oi!
Oi!
Mate. Oi, bruv!
Okay, the gang leader was actually British and not very friendly.
Yeah. So, they say they need to make a proper introduction. The gang is scared of them. They're like, hello, it's a pleasure to meet you. Nice to meet you. And then they try to leave. They don't let them leave.
Yeah, he's like, they're like, we didn't literally mean an introduction. We meant a Pokemon battle, you freaks.
Whoa. Yeah, the green hair girl comes in. She's like, no, we gotta have a Pokemon battle. And so Ash, of course, is good for that.
That's the other sort of character in the gang that we're more shown is this a lady in kind of like jeans, kind of a biker outfit, but with like really long green hair. Actually, pretty cool designs for the 2 gang leaders. I did like them. They kind of have this like punk rock, but sort of like someone who's never listened to punk rock's take on punk rock. But I like that. It was a campiness that I can buy into.
Yeah, and so these leaders' names are Chopper and Tyra. I don't remember them ever saying Chopper's name, but that's what Bubblepedia says it is. So
they say Chopper's name.
Do they?
Later,
I didn't
we haven't learned them yet in the episode.
I never caught that.
I mean, Chopper, that name rules.
Yeah.
I wish they'd given Tyra like a cheesier name.
Tyra.
Oh, that's what it is. Oh my god, I didn't get that.
How did you not catch that?
Because that's a real name, Tyra.
Yeah, but still.
Chopper, what is this, One Piece?
So Brock asks out Tyra, and she kicks his ass, which is good. Love that.
Gotta love it. Love it when Brock gets his ass beat for simping.
And so fireman, chopper guy.
Yeah, Tony Chopper
is gonna fight Ash. He has this big bad golem, which is this big rock guy.
Yeah, so it's basically a giant boulder with arms, legs, and a head.
It's like a lizard hiding in a boulder.
That's what it looks like. And we learned from the Pokedex that it sheds its shell once a year and grows
gets
bigger.
larger. That is terrifying.
It is terrifying.
Like, what is the lifespan of a golem?
I don't know.
Yeah. And how fucking big are they?
But it has such a tortoise energy. I kind of imagine they get to be like 1,000. And it's like the size of a mountain.
Oh my god.
So Ash is kind of smart. You
he
tell me he uses a
Bulbasaur.
Bulbasaur. That's a good choice, right?
Yeah, Golem is a rock ground type, which means it's quad weak to grass and water. So either Bulbasaur
sick.
or Squirtle would have made a good choice there.
So a good choice, but the show doesn't respect the in-game mechanics here.
Yeah, Golem's shell is too hard for Bulbasaur's Vine Whips to crack through it.
Which isn't an in-game mechanic, but okay. So it for the purposes of the episode, this is all about breaking into things, right? It's like the gang has solid fortresses set up, and that is what the golem is representing. So the Vine Whips from the Bulbasaur don't work, so it just rolls at the Bulbasaur.
Yeah, he tackles it by rolling into it. Ash takes Bulbasaur back and does the most boneheaded thing. Sends out fucking Charmander instead of Squirtle.
Right, and that's a
Ash.
bad matchup, right?
That's a
the fire's
terrible matchup.
weak against ground and rock.
Yeah.
Because throwing dirt on a fire suppresses it.
Exactly.
Logic.
But somehow Ash is able to get through it. So, like, Ember doesn't do a damn thing. Golem is told to go for rock throw, but he doesn't throw any rocks. He just launches in the air.
Yeah.
He throws himself. Yeah, he throws himself.
Cowabunga!
Charmander goes for Flamethrower and Fire Spin, which are able to heat the Golem up or something. And he does this
the Golem now
tackle.
is glowing. He's just like full of fire.
The molten rock.
Yeah, Chopper's like trying to heat things up, eh?
And so he does this fiery tackle, but he doesn't know where he's going. He tackles into the middle of the bike gang, setting some of them on fire.
Charmander like dodges out of the way. He's very clever. Yeah. He holds on a shield button and sideways playing Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
Rolls right out of the way. And then the Golem like hits the biker gang and like lights them on fire. And so the biker gang is dead. No.
Yeah, that's the end of the episode.
That's the end of the episode.
Yeah, Chopper calls it back, but the ball is too hot now. I thought that was a funny little touch.
Yeah.
Now it's Tyra's turn. She goes with a Cloyster, and Misty's like, it's a water Pokemon. Just leave this to me. It's Misty. How does that make any fucking sense? You only have water Pokemon. Use Pikachu.
It is weird because they like sometimes earlier on in the show, I felt like they were taking opportunities to teach us about the game mechanics, right? Like to bring a new viewer in and say kind of this is how Pokemon works, and they would use Ash's stupidity to do that, and then the others, maybe Brock, maybe Misty, would teach him things. And here they're just in this episode, they're just like, yeah, we don't care.
Yeah.
Misty's like, water.
Fight water with water. That makes sense.
Water. And you're like, Misty, that's not even a sentence. Stop saying water.
So she tries to go for Starmie, but Psyduck comes out of the bag. Classic Psyduck moment.
Psy-yi-yi. Oh, he rules.
God,
you do a good Psyduck, too.
I know.
That's one of your skills.
Yeah, it's on my resume.
Yeah.
Do a Psyduck impression.
Do a mean Psyduck.
So everyone laughs at Psyduck, and it's so sad.
It is sad. He's doing his cute little tail whip.
He's doing his best.
Whippy little scratch.
His sweet little tail whip dance. Even Ash starts cracking up. I feel so bad for Psyduck.
Yeah. And so Misty's pushing him to use his psychic attacks that we saw in the Koga episode. But he just can't remember them. Yeah. So we the idea is that if his headaches aren't big enough, there's moves that he doesn't have access to.
Yeah, he's like, go for Disable, and he just looks to the side and is like,
he's like, what's that? Fuck you talking about?
The fuck does Disable mean?
So Misty gets kind of crafty, like not necessarily nice, but this is kind of smart. She starts cheering for Cloyster so that Psyduck will get a worse headache. So
Not
Cloyster,
the worst idea.
It's not the worst idea. It's just not really fair to Psyduck. But the Cloyster clamps on the Psyduck's face. And
no,
Misty's,
on the tail. Misty wants
holds it in
Cloyster to go
place.
for the head, but Cloyster goes for the tail.
So she grabs her bike. She's gonna beat him on the head. Oh my god!
I love that. He just fucking picks up the bike. She's gonna whack Psyduck with it. I mean, that would probably also work, but
yeah, but luckily
that seems a little
you don't need to call
bad.
your local city. You don't need to report Misty for animal violence just yet, because Team Rocket kind of runs in and disrupts things. We hear some sirens coming from them.
Yeah, they come in on unicycles this time, doing like circus tricks.
Yeah, you don't need two wheels. One's good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got these like cool visor glasses and leather jackets.
Meowth's in like a ringleader outfit.
Meowth's in a ringleader outfit, which doesn't match with their motif, but like whatever, it's cool. Looks cool.
They seem to know the bike gang. The bike gang knows them as Big Jess and Little Jim.
Yeah, so Tyra and Chopper see them and as Team Rocket's taking off their glasses, they just start lighting up. They're so joyful. And Tyra's like, Big Jess. And Chopper's like, Little Jimmy. That's fun.
So yeah, Jessie was known as Chainer Jessie because when she rode her bike, she would always swing a chain above her head. And James was known as
Trainer James.
Was Trainer James, and his claim to fame was that he always needed training wheels.
Yeah, but when he was like 16, riding a full bike.
Yeah, and they say real bike gangs only ride unicycles now. And Tyra gets like so awestruck. She's like, "Oh my god, you guys must save a fortune on handlebars."
That was a good bit. I like that joke. Am I not supposed to laugh at jokes like that? Because I laughed out loud at that joke.
It's a stupid fucking joke, but sure, it's funny.
It's great.
So yeah, the Team Rocket tries to sick the bike gang on our gang to steal all their Pokemon, but then sirens come in, cops are on their way, everyone runs off.
Yeah, it's the fuzz. It's Jenny.
And the gang explains the whole situation to Jenny. She seems to get it. Brock flirts with her.
The cops don't care about the bike lane thing, eh? Like, it was a big deal that only bikes go on this lane before, but doesn't it just seem like now Jenny's on a motorcycle and there's like cop cars and stuff?
Well, the actual bridge itself doesn't make a lot of sense.
No, it doesn't.
Like, from what we see, the whole bridge is a bike lane, but it's also supposed to be for cars eventually. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah, but that part's not built yet, I thought.
I don't know.
We don't know.
I don't know.
We're experts in this, Kellan. We're the experts. That's what people tune in for. Hey, remember when you got mad at me for not doing my job? Aren't you supposed to know everything about the Pokemon world?
I do.
Oh, good. Well, back to our commentary then.
Yeah, Jenny's gonna give him an escort to the Sunnytown Pokemon Center, but then she gets a call. There's an accident, so the gang's gonna have to go on their own again. And these storm clouds come on in. It's a storm of brewing.
Common motif in Pokemon, actually.
Yeah, that was something I noticed over these couple episodes. There's a lot of storms.
There's a lot of storms. And actually, if I think about like, Pokemon memories, like storms are in a lot of episodes.
Yep.
And they always use this hype music.
Yeah, in a generation where there were no weather effects in games.
Well, maybe the show inspired that.
Maybe. So they're off to, this torrential downpour has started. The gang is still off to Sunnytown, trying to get there. Team Rocket's watching them from inside. But because of their reputation...
Team Rocket and the gang are already in Sunnytown, I guess? Is that what you took from this?
Yeah, because they ran off when
the cops came. The bike gang just got back to Sunnytown, and then it's actually like Ash and crew who were held up. So the cops breaking things up actually hurt Ash and the gang, like in terms of their goal.
Yeah, and so because of Jesse and James's reputation as like incredible gang members, the gang is expecting them to go out and face the storm and show the bike gang how to be real bikers. Mm-hmm. But they're fucking terrified.
Yeah. So they're just telling them that like, oh, storm's here, good opportunity to show us how it's done, boss. Like that's what a real good cyclist can do, ride in a storm. I don't really know where they're coming from here, but okay.
No idea. So the gang is still going. They're approaching a drawbridge that's rising up to let a ship through, but Ash is determined. He's going to jump the bridge. to get the medicine across.
Yeah, and the music's pretty cool here. It's like a dun 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 dun.
And so on the other side of the bridge, Jesse and James are going to jump the bridge as well on their unicycles. Our gang is going to jump the bridge. They all jump at the same time. No one's going to make it across, but the gang bounces off Jesse and James.
They're not going to make it, Ash. We'll bounce. Bounces off their heads like a Mario jumping on a Paracupa.
Boing. Boing. It's fucking absurd.
Ridiculous.
I love it, though.
Very nice.
My main thing with this is that Team Rocket was able to climb that steep hill with a unicycle in the rain.
Yeah, and not a lot of momentum either. They're just like, yeah, we can jump this on our unicycles. That's impressive. Their unicycling period this episode is very impressive. That's a difficult vehicle to master.
Chalk that up to another skill that they could be doing instead of being criminals.
Circus performers? Yeah.
The gang gets across, Team Rocket fall to their death, the ship passes. I'm pretty sure we could have waited like one more minute, but... Ash.
I was like, why is this so urgent? Like,
Ash.
I know about the sick Pokemon, but like, we're not talking about like a delay of like a day. We're talking about a delay of like 10 minutes. I don't know.
Yeah. But the bike gang respects the shit out of it.
Oh, yeah. They think it's awesome. They do respect it. But that makes them want to battle. They're like, you're dope. Let's battle again.
Yeah. And then, the gang is like, oh, we have to get this medicine to a sick Pokemon. They're like, oh, you did this for a Pokemon? Oh my god. So they respect the shit out of the gang for weathering the storm to help a Pokemon, and they escort them to the center.
Yeah, they're like, we might be a gang, but we're not monsters.
Yeah.
That's dope, homie. That's a real biker.
The medicine immediately heals the Shelder, so...
Oh, yeah. So, Chopper, though, I wanted to point out that he tells Ash, we'll clear the way for you. And I'm wondering, we'll clear the way for you from what? Like there's a storm out. What do they need help with at this point? They just need you not to get in their way.
From all the non-existent cars on the road.
Yeah, totally.
So everyone's happy. The gang confers titles onto Ash and Misty. They're going to call them Awesome Ash and Mighty
Misty.
And Tyra can call Brock Honey.
He gets slapped.
And he gets fucking slapped.
What a weirdo.
Good move, Tyra. Good job.
Yeah.
And then Team Rocket emerge from the river still riding their unicycle. And that's the episode.
Yeah, they say it's a vicious cycle. That's the pun. That's the Team Rocket pun.
Boom, boom.
So not a bad episode. It is, very much just like a filler kind of a gap thing. We get a little bit of flavor about Jesse and James. So for literary hour, I first started thinking you could talk about things with like gangs, so like The Outsiders, classic book about gangs. But the thematic thing here, I actually think, is the bike gang's choice of Pokemon. So it's all about Pokemon that have big defenses, and Ash and crew need to figure out how to break in through those defenses, right? So this is really a heist movie of a theme, okay? I think that this is comparable to Star Wars Episode 4 with them needing to blow up the Death Star. Mm-hmm. Gollum, Cloyster, those are Death Star-esque Pokemon. And they're like, where is that exhaust port?
Yeah.
It's just like shooting Womp Rats back home.
Okay, so your comparison is that Golem and Cloyster are spherical shaped, as was the Death Star. And that's your comparison.
They're not just spherical. They have top-notch defenses, and the gang needs to break them.
Okay.
This is all about adversity. Sure. This is all about overcoming adversity in the face of, lots of state-of-the-art, entrapment.
Okay, we'll go with that.
Did we even explain what a cloister is? It's like a giant clam.
Yeah,
but
it's a
sideways.
Big shell guy with
it's a big sideways clam.
Yeah, with a black pearl inside.
Yeah, well, my other literary
and it kind of looks like a vagina.
Don't say that out loud on a podcast.
No, have you not? Oh my god, have you not seen? There's a battle in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. It's a double battle.
Okay.
You're against a young couple trainer class, and it's two people and a couple, and they use onyx and cloister.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
What, and the internet loses its mind over that, or what?
Yeah, well, it's so obvious when you look at it side by side, Onyx and Cloister, from a young couple. Duh.
For those in the audience who aren't following, they look like a pee-pee and a hee-haw. Hoo-ha? Pee-pees and hoo-haws.
You can say the word, it's scientific. Okay, I'm sending you the picture of the Cloister Onyx thing right now in Discord.
No, I believe
you're looking
you.
At it. No, you're looking at it.
I can imagine the hee-haws and the schlong-dongs. Yeah, okay, yes. It looks genitalia.
Mhm.
Genitalic? Yep. I don't know. What
genital-esque.
Well, yeah, so we've got the word phallic for something that looks like a penis. Is there a word for something that looks like a vagina but isn't a vagina?
I want to say yes, but I can't think of it.
Phallic and vaginalian? Oh, that sounds weird.
That sounds like an alien race.
Yeah, the vaginalians are attacking. Back to the bunkers.
Oh, okay. You had more literary hour, I think, you said.
Well, I just wanted to point out, because the Death Star one was fucking stupid.
Yep.
There wasn't I couldn't think of what a great one for this. Like, I'll go with The Outsiders just because that's like a classic book that has to do with gangs. But, you know, I'd like to crowdsource this too. Like, if someone in the audience knows about a great cycling piece of classic literature, shout me out in the comments. But
all right,
I'll go with Outsiders and Star Wars Episode 4.
Beautiful.
We better pour this.
Yep. All right. Today's first category for the Bridge Bike Gang will be characters falling over in surprise and embarrassment.
Okay, what do you got?
What do we got here? We got a couple, I think. We have when Brock asks out Tyra near the start, everyone falls over.
Brock falls over? Oh, everyone falls over.
I think everyone falls over. Yeah, and then she kicks his ass. That's a good moment.
Those were good gags, yeah.
Misty goes for Starmie, but Psyduck comes out and there's a fall.
Okay.
That's fun. And I think that's it. But it's two pretty good ones.
Yeah, that's solid. That's solid. I think we should give a little bit of room for like a real fun one. But I'm in the 7 or 7.5 kind of territory.
I was thinking 7 as well.
Okay, 7s. Let's do it.
All right. And Team Rocket schemes.
Well, they're the gang leaders.
Yeah.
The actual scheme is not much here. They're gonna use their old gang to steal Pikachu, I guess, right? Like that's the scheme that they were going for.
Yeah, their real only plan was to sick the bike gang on our gang, and that's
so that's not much of a scheme.
No,
but the Team Rocket backstory and Big Jess and Little Jimmy kind of thing is fun. But
not a scheme.
But it's not a scheme, so I am still gonna go low, like 3 or 4.
I was thinking 2.
Okay, well, I'll go 4. So it evens out to a 3, and then a 3 and a 7 evens out to a 5. 5 out of 10. This is a 5 out of 10 episode.
Yeah,
like it's good, but it's
about
whatever. Yeah.
All right,
it's whatever, man.
Let's move on to the probably better episode of the two today.
Yeah, the creme de la creme.
Ditto's mysterious mansion. You want to know something very coincidental?
Yes.
So I got this this Pokemon day-to-day calendar for Christmas.
Okay.
And it has a new Pokemon for every day. And you rip off the paper and you see what the next one is.
Oh my god.
Guess what April 28th today is?
A Pikachu.
It's Ditto.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say Ditto.
Yeah.
Well, that is a coincidence.
It is a very interesting coincidence.
Yeah, because it's not like the most common Pokemon.
It's cool because we were going to record this tomorrow originally, and then Ditto.
Wow, and I didn't even know about your calendar. Life just works out. Life finds a way, to quote Jeff Goldblum.
I think it's a sign.
I think that's Jeff Goldblum. Nah, someone who actually remembers Jurassic Park is going to tell me that was a different character. Whatever. Whatever, man.
Ditto's mysterious mansion. It's a sunny day until another storm rolls in for 2 episodes in a row.
Future's looking sunny and bright, and then suddenly it isn't.
The gang spot a house in the middle of nowhere. They go off to this mysterious house.
Would you call this a house or an ornate, creepy castle?
Well, it's a theater, so it's like both? I don't know.
Yeah. From the outside, it's this like quaint, sort of ostentatious, creepy castle, but it's like the only building in like all of the horizon. It really sticks out being how kind of empty the landscape is, and then how strange this one building is.
It's very plot armor because, the storm rolls in and they're like, oh my god, there's no shelter. Oh wait, there's a house right there in the middle of this field. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's just a forced kind of thing to get into the real to the plot.
So they go into this mansion place, and there doesn't seem to be anyone home, but Pikachu...
And like you said, it looks like a theater, but kind of a semi-abandoned. Like, it doesn't look that active.
Yeah, and Pikachu sees another Pikachu, and they do this cute little mirror routine, which I loved.
Mm-hmm.
And Misty picks up the other Pikachu, and it's got dots for eyes and a really long, wide mouth.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy. It's got like a very emoji-esque face, just like a colon of eyes and a straight line. Yeah, colon parentheses, yeah.
Ash wants to catch it. They think it's like some new kind of Pikachu. So, of course, Ash wants to catch it. He goes for a Pokeball, but it gets intercepted by this other person that looks just like Ash.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Gets intercepted. Another Pokeball hits his Pokeball, and there's an Ash copy in the darkness. So we've got this Pikachu mimic, and now we have an Ash mimic. Brock immediately, though, identifies the Ash mimic as female.
Because of men's intuition.
Yeah, so in other words, he's a weirdo. Brock, our resident weirdo, says more weirdo shit.
Shocker. So Duplica, this girl, introduces herself, but Brock thinks Duplica's a little young for her. So he has a line, at least.
Just don't say things. Brock should just not talk. Brock, stop talking. Yeah, so the character's name, who's dressed up like Ash, but with blue hair, basically, is named Duplica, and this place is called the House of Imitate. And Ash is such a profound detective, really on the ball. He realizes, oh, wait a minute, imitate for imitate. Oh, whoa. That's why y'all are imitating us.
Okay, I have a bone to pick here.
Pick away.
You say her hair is blue. Bulbapedia says her hair is blue. Her hair is fucking green.
Well, Bulbapedia agreed with me. Maybe this is green. Maybe this is your monitor or something. Like sometimes.
No, it can't be. Every other color looks fine.
Well,
shout us out in the comments. What do you think? Is Duplica's hair blue or green?
That's not how color settings in monitors work. You could have most of the colors looking fine, and then some could be skewed. No, especially if you have your like one of your RGB settings skewed.
I don't think so. All my other greens look totally fine.
How would you know? It's just it could be right at the edge where like greenish blues come out.
If we want to get specific, I do think it is more of like a blue-green, like a teal or something.
Yeah, it's like a...
But it's more like green than it is blue.
Well, that's just perception.
No, it's reality.
This is that Yanni thing again.
Laurel Yanni.
Yeah. This is the
white
dress.
and gold dress. Yeah.
This is Ducker Rabbit. Blue hair, green hair for Duplica.
Where were we?
That wasn't much of a bone.
It was to me.
A bone in your heart.
This is the kind of shit that I care about.
About people's perception of colors?
Yes.
What color's Ditto?
Pink.
Oh, I think that he's aquamarine.
Oh, yeah,
stripes on top of a taupe background.
It's got fucking polka dots, huh?
Yeah. I think
try that he's shit on me.
I think he's got a Confederate flag on his back.
Ditto's a racist, actually.
Ditto's a racist. That's like the Yoshi doesn't pay his taxes of Pokemon.
Ditto's just a raging bigot.
You know Ditto.
Oh my god. Fan art, please. Bigot Ditto. Oh.
Well, it'd be the ultimate, really sinister kind of bigot, too, because you could just, like, pretend to be the thing that he's mocking and then, like, put words in people's mouths. Like, very, horrible Dittos. Cancel Ditto before this goes too far.
I'm going to start writing down these art prompts that I want people to make at some point.
Who's making these?
I don't know, but I'm saying, like, I want fan art. Any artists out there, please draw these things.
We need fans before we get fan art.
That's a thing. Like, I'm gonna start writing them down. I want Kangaskhan Block Party as a piece of art, and I want Bigot Ditto.
Hey, well, Fox, again, I'm going to ruin our evergreen, but Fox News recently fired Tucker Carlson. So there's a spot as like a right-wing propaganda pundit right now that Ditto would be perfect for.
All right, so weird Pikachu de-transforms back into Ditto, and we learn that this Ditto hasn't quite figured out how to transform its face.
Yeah, and Ditto he's just like a pink blob, but with this
Ditto.
But the face looks exactly like it's consistent all the time for this Ditto's transformation. It was 2 dots and then like a long straight line.
Yeah, if you think about it, Ditto is probably the most unoriginal of the Gen 1 Pokemon, because they were just like, I don't fucking know, pink blob, it can become all the other ones. Run it.
Yeah, but it's weird because that the unoriginality is almost what makes it original.
Oh, absolutely.
Like it's a neat fit in the catalog of Gen 1 Pokemon because it's like a one-off mechanic kind of thing.
Yeah, and it's not to say I don't like Ditto. I fucking love Ditto.
I just think loves Ditto, folks.
It's just a funny concept. Anyway.
Yeah, it is.
Ash thinks Ditto is boring, which, Ash, go to hell.
Get fucked, Ash.
Get fucked. So they're going to have a battle. Duplica's going to show what a Ditto is made of.
And I like how Duplica calls him Ashy Boy.
Ashy Boy.
Let's battle, Ashy Boy.
Ashy Boy. So they have a match. And Misty has popcorn. Of course.
Ooh, because it's at a theater.
Mm-hmm. He just gets popcorn out of nowhere. I just like little gags like that. Ash goes with Bulbasaur. Duplica mimics Ash's hat turn, which I thought was funny.
She does the hat spin. Great
but she does
touch.
it mirrored. She does it the other way.
Oh. And so we're going to have 2 Bulbasaurs battling. One,
Ditto
the
transforms.
Ditto mimic. Yeah.
Ditto vine whips away Bulbasaur's Razor Leaf, and the gang is like super shocked. They thought Ditto could only mimic like the body of a Pokemon. But no, it mimics the moves too.
Yeah. And so Ditto as a Bulbasaur is actually like a really good fighter here. It's hitting the Razor Leafs out of the air, and then it restrains the natural Bulbasaur. Had enough, Ashy Boy?
So Ash concedes the battle.
And he's upset. He's like, how can the real thing lose? We got this this notion of what's real, what's fake, you know? And what does fakeness mean even?
Yeah, Ash gets really depressed this episode.
He gets introspective. Yeah, he's like, what is the role of a trainer?
So Duplica shows off her costume room to the gang. She's imitating Joy and Jenny, but Brock thinks that she doesn't capture the adult charm of the real Joy and Jenny.
Just don't talk, Brock. Don't talk. So creepy.
She imitates Misty then, that's fun, but nothing comes of it, which is unfortunate, because I thought there could have been some good stuff
More
there.
of a joke there.
Yeah. Ash is depressed, and Brock is really impressed with Duplica's knowledge, because if she knows Bulbasaur also has Vine Whip, this means as a Ditto trainer, she kind of knows like every Pokemon's move, all the moves that every Pokemon can learn. And so she's kind of like a master in her own right.
Yeah, and that's a cool point. I think that the gang's bar for good trainership is low, because I would think that trainers should know all of the known moves. What do you study? Like, what are you doing all the time?
I mean, to be fair, there are a lot of moves these days.
Yeah, but Gen 1, not that much. And you know most of the moves.
I do.
And you're just some dude. These are trainers. These are full-time trainers.
There are 913 different moves these days.
You could know that. You could at least know the categories of them.
Oh, absolutely.
But yes, I do think it's a good point that does show that Duplica is like a pretty strong trainer, in the sense that like her knowledge of Pokemon would be much more in depth than Ash's, because Ash is a fucking idiot.
So it seems there are 165 moves in Generation 1.
Yeah, you could know that. Come on.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. Moves are hard. There's a lot of very similar moves.
Yeah.
That I forget.
Yeah, so you might say Vine Trip instead of Vine Whip.
Well, I'm not that stupid.
No, but someone might mix them up, and the Pokemon doesn't know what to do. Like, you like imitate a Squirtle, and you're like, use a Bubble Blast, and the Squirtle's like, Blast?
So Duplica, the gang is like, oh, you could be a great Pokemon master with this Ditto. She doesn't want to be a Pokemon master. She just wants to be a Ditto master.
I just want to be a star.
Where she puts on shows where she imitates Pokemon, but Ditto cannot figure out how to do the faces. And in this flashback, we see Ditto imitate a choke, and it's really fucking creepy.
Yeah, this is interesting. So she wants to put on these shows for travelers, and that's the idea. And that's why this building is kind of in the middle of nowhere, because she's saying this is like a spot where lots of people travel through, but there isn't really accommodation. So let's have this like theater here where we can put on a show. And it shows her doing her bit where she's putting on different costumes, pretending to be Pokemon. People love it. The Ditto does its transformation, which is still impressive, but yeah, the face looks weird. And people are like, I want my money back. This show fucking sucks.
Yeah,
like they turn quickly on her. They turn quickly, and they're loving it when she's performing. And then when the Ditto transforms, they're like, this establishment should not exist.
0 stars.
I'm leaving an angry Yelp review right now.
And the lights go out back in the present day. And of course, it's Team Rocket. I have no idea how they got in this time, though.
No, it doesn't really show.
This was the first time we saw them. I'm pretty sure in this episode.
Yeah, they're just there suddenly.
They're just there. So they do their thing. Their motto. Ash gives the classic slow clap, and the show's over. Time to go back home.
Yeah, so come on.
They don't want Pikachu this time, though. They want
Ditto.
Ditto.
Yeah, and that's Ditto seem rare. I don't know.
Yeah, and Weezing smogs the place up. They grab Ditto. They disappear in the smog, and Ash is like, "What are they up to this time?" Ash, they just fucking told you. They took Ditto. That's what they were up to. That's all.
Yeah, they're stealing shit. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. I know you shouldn't like have preconceived notions. Like, okay, maybe that was a very like open-minded way of viewing the world, Ash, but like, Team Rocket has tried to steal your Pokemon like 38 times now. Like,
yeah, this is episode 37. They've done it probably about 36 times. I think. Something like that. And so we're in some other house with a giant Meowth on the top. Team Rocket has Ditto. They want Ditto to transform into Dratini so they can give it to the boss. And they roleplay this. They think giving Dratini to the boss will make the boss hand over the reins of Team Rocket to them.
Get a Dratini, get the job. Grab Pokemon for the job you want, not the job you have. And I gotta say that this hiding spot, really clever. A house with a giant Meowth face.
Yeah, wow. That's not a giveaway.
Yeah, great safe house team.
Yeah. And so Jessie wants to have a little fun with the Ditto before they take it to the boss. She wants Ditto to transform into the adult version of a child in a photo, who apparently was her first love. Aww. And so he does, but it still has the Ditto face, and she gets fucking pissed.
Well, and it's just a photo. He can't turn into the person or anything.
Yeah.
Or like an older version. He just turns into the photograph.
Yeah. So she points then at the Dratini in the book. She's like, transform into this. And so Ditto, being the sassy asshole that he is, transforms into a book.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Well, do you think that this is Ditto being sassy? Or because Bulbapedia sort of interprets this as just a limit of its powers.
I think it's that.
It just transforms into objects that it sees.
I just like the idea of smartass Ditto.
I like the idea of smartass Ditto too, especially to Team Rocket.
Yeah.
Being like, these are weird requests. I'm going to turn into a book.
We go back to the gang, and we learn Pidgeotto and Zubat have been sent off on surveillance to find Team Rocket. Ash is finally coming to understanding that Ditto itself isn't just like this ultra powerful thing that can beat all the real Pokemon. The trainer needs to have a lot of knowledge as well. He's finally understanding that.
Yeah, and he suddenly kind of wants a Ditto. He's like, yeah, you know what? It really is a good training exercise. That makes you a good trainer. What if I got a Ditto? You could also just like read sometimes. Like not even a lot. Just like every once in a while.
Just
read
pick up
stuff
a book,
about
Ash.
Pokemon. Just like occasionally.
Just go to Google and fucking, what moves does Bulbasaur learn?
Just use the Pokedex. Yeah. There's this library of stuff and you never read through it.
Pidgeotto and Zubat come back. And they're going to go find Team Rocket, but Duplica has an idea.
Okay. What's the idea?
We go back to the Team Rocket house. We don't hear what the idea is. We go back to the Team Rocket house. Ditto is figuring out, he's got to figure out how to do the faces because Team Rocket basically threatens him with like death.
Yeah, so Meowth is like telling him to transform, and Meowth transforms. I mean, Ditto transforms into Meowth, but he's still got the Ditto face. And then Meowth is just like, now make the face like mine or I'll fucking kill you. And then Ditto makes the face like this. It's like all he needed to like do that extra step was to be like threatened.
Yeah.
Which is
moral of the story. If you threaten your workers, they'll work harder.
That is the moral.
Yep.
Someone's not stepping up to the plate, pull out a gun.
And so the gang infiltrates their home and they do their own version of the Team Rocket motto. And Team Rocket is very offended.
Yeah, so this Duplica's plan is pretty cute. So the whole gang plus Duplica, so the 4 of them are all wearing Team Rocket outfits. I wonder if she like quickly tailored those on the fly or like she's just had them lying around. She's like, I love dressing as a Team Rocket.
She probably has them lying around.
I guess.
Considering she
it's a
had
big
Misty's
organization
outfit lying around somehow.
Yeah, I don't know how she did that either. Maybe she can create them really, really quickly.
She's like the world's greatest quick change artist.
I'm surprised Ash didn't think she's a Pokemon.
You know what? That's a fair point.
I mean, this is quite the ability.
Yeah.
And he's made that mistake before.
The gang has a lot of fun doing the motto. They're like, oh, I get why they do this now. It's a lot of fun.
Well, I like how Ash says, he calls it dumb stuff. He's like, I know why they say all that dumb stuff. It's fun. And Team Rocket's mad and they're like correcting mistakes. They're like, you said ignite. It's unite.
It's unite. And so they can't tell the difference between the real and fake Meowth now.
Yeah.
Ditto has figured out the face thing. Duplica is so happy that Ditto could do the faces now. And Team Rocket is so touched by this moment that they just give Ditto back.
They're weeping.
Yeah.
They're like, oh.
Good Team Rocket
Good Team
moment.
Rocket. Oh, so beautiful. Let's leave Meowth.
But then Duplica knows something's up. That's not Ditto.
That's not Ditto. This is the real Meowth.
This was Meowth. She throws Meowth at the balloon. Ditto bites Jessie and jumps back down.
Wait, where'd the balloon come from? The house turned into a balloon. Yeah. The
house fell
face
down.
That gave them away was a giant balloon.
The walls fell down and the fucking balloon rolls out. It's something else. And so now it's Plan B time. Team Rocket bring out a cannon, and so Ditto transforms into a cannon.
Love it.
And fires Pikachu at the balloon. Team Rocket fires a net. Pikachu thunderbolts, lights it all up. Team Rocket goes blasting off again.
James
Classic
says,
fashion.
We lose everything. Jesse says, even our hot air.
So Ditto can transform perfectly now. We get a double Pikachu moment. Very cute.
Yeah, and Ash is like, Team Rocket's actually good for something here. Like, they did threaten the Ditto. I don't know. I guess you could give them props.
Yeah. Duplica reopens the Imite house, and the gang head back off on their adventure.
Yeah, and then the last scene, we see Team Rocket, all battered and bruised, trying to stuff Meowth into a Dratini costume. Because they're like, you know what, we're going to stick to this plan. Just wear this costume, and we'll get the boss's job.
You two might be idiots, but I don't think Giovanni is. He's the leader of a criminal syndicate, so...
Yeah, Meowth's like, this is stupid. Give it a rest.
Yeah, he names them.
In the face. Yeah.
Slashes them across, and that's the episode.
So much brutality. Team Rocket always getting slashed and blasted.
Yeah, they deserve it.
You know, the Ditto transforming into a cannon is kind of wild. Like, I wonder what the extent of things it can transform into. Like, does it have to be, like, simplistic machinery? Could it transform into a computer?
We saw in Detective Pikachu, you can transform into a human sometimes.
Yeah, and I actually thought that's what Duplica was at the start.
Oh,
I thought that was going to be a 2 Dittos. I'm like, they're just full of Dittos. What if Duplica is the Ditto's mom? Oh, that's how she's changing clothes so fast. She's a Ditto. I'm serious. And that's why she's like rooting on the other dildo, because she's trying to teach her how to transform.
Did you just say dildo?
I think I just called it a dildo. Ditto. That was a Freudian slip, folks. Egging on the dildo to transform into a Ditto.
There you go.
Yeah, beautiful.
All right, let's throw it to literary
I got
hour.
so excited about my theory. Look, don't you think that's what's going on here? Duplica is a ditto, not a dildo.
I don't think that, but
I do.
Sure, it's not the worst theory you've had.
I'll take it. Yeah, so literary hour. This episode's all about disguises, and I'm telling you, I'm struggling a bit with the actual literature. I could go to dumb movies very easily, but there is lots of disguises in like Shakespeare plays. So you could take almost like any Shakespeare play, especially the comedies, so stuff like Taming of the Shrew or A Midsummer's Night. Is that what that's called?
Midsummer Night's Dream.
Midsummer Night's Dream. They have transformations, disguises. Those would be kind of the literary ones that fit. However, I'm going to take the 90s action pulp B-movie masterpiece, John Woo's Face Off, where, do you know about Face Off?
I haven't seen it, but I know the It's like Nick Cage and John Travolta. And their faces swap.
I'm going to take his face off. That's actual dialogue from it. Shout out to Face Off.
Incredible.
Yeah. You can actually look. There's a. Oh, sure. What more do you want from me? It's about disguises.
I don't know.
This wasn't a deep episode.
Yeah.
There's a clip on YouTube of all of the parts in Face Off where they say the phrase Face Off, and you should go watch that. It's pretty funny.
All right, 4 Let's rate this episode. We're gonna start with the animation.
Did you notice anything special here? Like of course the various clothing in this episode's nice, like the costumes and stuff. Was there anything particularly flashy though?
Not really. I mean, we get the Ditto transformation stuff, which we don't normally get.
Yeah.
And Pikachu lighting up Team Rocket at the end from the cannon. That's not bad.
That's kind of the money moment, I guess.
But nothing super special. I would just say
in between 5.
It's baseline.
Yeah, baseline. Yeah, I'm good with that.
All right. Category number 2 will be the Team Rocket motto. Now, can we also put in
we should include the gangs.
There?
Yeah.
So then that's like 8.
Yeah, that was good. I'm down with an 8 as well. I can't. It would be more fun if I could really argue with you here. Like, it's a 2, you idiot. But come on, an 8's an 8.
Yeah, we're in agreement a little too often, I think.
Yeah, I should start just making crap up.
So that's 8 and 5, 13, 6.5.
Mm-hmm.
For Ditto's Mysterious Mansion.
Yeah, so slightly better than the Big Bike Bridge.
Yeah. The Bridge Bike Gang.
I can't remember the name of that episode, man.
Fucking get it, then.
Get what? You just told me to get it?
Pound sand.
What are you saying?
I don't fucking know.
Your brain is falling apart.
I'm starving.
Yeah, it's about that time.
And I need to finish this job application PowerPoint thing I'm doing.
Oh, wow.
So...
We're still recording.
An evening. Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I know.
Okay.
I'm just saying that because
our boy needs a job.
Tidbit. Yeah.
Anybody want an editor? Come on, people.
Wink, wink.
Wink.
But that's
wink.
What we got for today.
Heck yeah. No, they were fun episodes. Yeah. A little bit bottled. What's our next episodes?
We have an interesting jam-packed week next episode. We're looking at 2 episodes, and just for prosperity's sake. For the listeners, if anybody's watching along, I'm just going to blanket say this now. We're going to be doing 2 episodes at a time for the rest of the season until the very end. There's going to be a triple in there somewhere at the end in the league, but for the most part, until then, it's going to be 2 episodes every episode now.
Nice and consistent. 2 Pokemon episodes to every TCAT episode.
Exactly. And so next week, we have 2 very interesting episodes. We're going to be starting with episode 38, which is another band episode. It has no English title, but the Japanese title translates to Computer Warrior Porygon, I believe, but it's more commonly known as Electric Soldier Porygon, which is what I'm going to be calling it.
Electric Soldier.
And then episode 39, which is a pretty iconic episode, it's Pikachu's Goodbye.
Oh, that sounds heartbreaking.
It's a heartbreaker.
That's our next episode?
Yeah, we have a band episode, and then we have Pikachu's Goodbye, which is...
Oh, wow, that is a big one.
Pinnacle. It's going to be an interesting one. And then the week after that, we got We got some Christmas snow themed
This is the
episodes
Christmas episodes?
with another band one in there. Yep.
Oh, wow.
So it's going to be a good couple weeks.
Going to the North Pole.
But that's it. That's what we got for today.
Oh, that's great. All right. So, shout us out in the comments. Any feedback, definitely appreciate it. Love kind of having the fan base that we do. You can also reach us at To Kill A Delibird at gmail.com. You can find us on pretty much any of the podcast platforms, Spotify, Stitcher, Apple, Amazon, Google, etc.
Oh, if you're listening to this, you probably know that.
Yeah, you probably found it somewhere. Leave reviews, spread it, share us with your friends, all of that. Our intro and outro music is Alexi is 80 Synthwave by Alexi Action. And we're also on the Skittlewickers YouTube channel.
Subject to change.
So, anything else, Kellan?
No, I don't think so. I'm going to go make food.
All right, me too. Thanks,
Hell
folks.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
Catch ya on the flip side.
That is a horrible closing line.
Catch ya on...